All right, guys, so we got into sneakers that come off the top of May, and both of these are pretty dope in my humble opinion. The first one we're gonna get straight into, which is a women's exclusive, and check out the actual packaging. You see it? Comes in that old parcel-like packaging with a actual letter that says, "In the fields of blue where forget-me-not sway, an ode to those who guided our way. We present these flowers for all the support and for the courage to step on the court. Each petal a thank you for all that you do. Every shot taken is taken for you," with the Jordan brand logo right there. And you take this out right here, you pull that little thing and she comes right out. And you have here the Jordan 4 Forget Me Not. Guys, I am finally back on Whatnot. Whatnot is a live streaming app where you can buy, sell, or auction literally anything. And when it comes to me, it's a way to get extreme dope deals below retail. Now this Friday, April 18th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, link down below in the description, I'll be going live with over 30 pairs of sneakers. Some of them will be starting off at $1 and majority of them under retail. We even have some What the Kobe's, Jordans, Nikes, and much, much more. Use my link down below in the description or this QR code and you will get $15 off your first Whatnot purchase anywhere on the app, not even through me, anywhere. And even if you don't want to buy anything, just come through, support the live stream, come chop it up, ask me questions, kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Because we got a ton of kicks and deals to let go, and we're gonna have a blast. Link down below in the description to sign up, but also link down below in the description to bookmark my upcoming show, as well as the 5 others that will come alongside with it. Bam! The Jordan 4 Forget Me Not, the colorway is being called aluminum. These will be releasing on May 3rd for a retail price point of $200 to $215. The reason why I say that is because some people are saying $200 and some sites are saying $215. Me personally, right now, I think these may be going for around the $215 due to the fact of the extra floral that is on the sneaker, as well as the packaging, the box, and all the above. I think that that's the price. StockX currently has it at $200. I believe Kicks on Fire currently had it at $200. But I did also see Sneaker Bar Detroit has it at $215. House of Heat has it at $215. So it's all over the place. These are set to release on May 4th, and the retail price point has been fluctuating. This is a women's exclusive, by the way. And as you can see, you have the floral on the front of the sneaker. Forget Me Not. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking she loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not, maybe. But of course, these are called Forget Me Nots. And Jordan Brand left a little note to kind of show support for the women out there on the court and the love and support from women in general in the sneaker world. So salute to that. And I think these are fire for women, and like, these are, I know there are flowers on there, right? I know they're flowers, but these I might not care. Like, I would not mind, I would rock these basically. Now, am I picking them up? More than likely not, but these are fire. I think these are fire. And I'm pretty sure, yes, you can remove the florals if that bothered you somewhat, somehow. I just think that the white and that baby blue, or let's see, the box says it itself, white/aluminum blue tint. These are a size 10.5, and these will be available in select retailers. The quality of the leather on here is very nice as well. The cuts, the craftsmanship, very nice as well. As far as like what the quality feels like, it's hard to tell compared to any previous 4s out there. These are quite unique. I think though that the quality though, for what at least it feels like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good leather, but it feels good in hand, in my humble opinion. But just because it feels good doesn't mean that it's necessarily good. You do have a widow's peak on the toe box, so sometimes we get widow's peak, sometimes we don't with releases. This release features it on the toe box. And the florals, also keep in mind, are different on each shoe. I'm very curious to hear how Nikki thinks of these when she gets them in hand. Now, one thing I'm noticing, this is just very off topic, but when I run my hand here, I don't know if it's dust or something going on this back portion. Let me see, how old are these? So these were made in September to November of 2024. It's been a long time. I don't know if that's what the case was, but overall still solid. So with that said, you do get a different style box as your typical Jordan 4. However, it is a top portion box. So very similar to that aspect, and it even feels the same as far as that. There's no different on the texture, but obviously you can see that the print is a floral and of that aluminum tint. And then on the inside, as we stated before, it does come in this special type of paper with a yarn of string to tie it all together, no pun intended. And then the note that we showed earlier on in the video. Now, extra set of laces are featured in here. I was checking to see that, and they're white. So you do have a white extra set of laces, which I think goes well, but I think the baby blue is the better way to go. I like how they come right off the rip. Flowers are featured throughout the whole entire shoe, or shoe box, I would say. So they kind of keep that all in motion, and it's pretty solid if you ask me. I honestly think that this is a perfect type of shoe for the springtime going into the summer. That baby blue, overall it's called aluminum tint blue, but the baby blue is why I could kind of resonate with it and why I would be willing to rock it. When you think about colors, you think of baby blue being a boy and pink being a girl, even though that's just, you know, a thought process of how the gender two colors are. That's why I can still kind of get jiggy with this. The flowers, they don't matter to me, you know? But I will let the ladies enjoy this one. I do think this is a very fire pickup though, overall, with or without it. Fellas, I do want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this, but ladies, I will allow y'all to, this is y'all's. I'm not trying to interrupt. Please do not kill me, okay, ladies? I'm just saying, I think these are fire, and I'm happy for y'all. And I can see these being rocked with baggy jeans, you know, even people that might have the floral print or the stitching and designs. I can definitely see that. You can rock with baggies, khakis. You can rock with anything, honestly. Now, these are set to release on May 3rd, so there is quite some time ahead to kind of find out where they will go within the market. Will it be a shoe that's extremely hyped? I'm just going based upon my own personal thoughts and opinions that this shoe is pretty fire. The current market right now, though, does have these above retail, especially if it's something that you're trying to sell. The last sale was $284, and the lowest ask, at least in even like my size, a size 8.5 or 9, right now can be sold for $220, which is slightly above retail. But as the days go on, I think we will see these kind of settle slightly up above, like above, at or above retail. I mean, I don't see these plummeting. Fours still have pretty good traction in the market regardless of what the shoe is, but I don't see this being like a $300, $400, $500 shoe as of right now. Now that could change, but usually it usually starts high and goes low. It isn't where it's like this and it shoots up. Maybe years down the road or something, that thing usually shoots up, but no diddy. But I don't see that happening in this type of situation. With that said, I don't dictate whether I'm a cop a shoe or not based upon that, but that does help us know about how available these will be to the market and to you ladies out there that may want to grab this on release date. What I think is these are something that if you want to get, definitely just be on top of, because I think they will sell okay for the most part, and pairs and sizes will be lingering. Mainly what's going to happen is sizes like mine, the bigger sizes, and from what I'm seeing, they're not extended sizes, so the highest will be a women's size 12, which is an equivalent to a men's 10.5. The 10.5, the 8.5 to the 10.5, those sizes in men's equivalents, as you can see, it has the unisex sizing, which is a 10.5 in women's, which is a 9 in men's. I think 8.5 in men's or 9.5 in women's up to that 12, those are gonna go. Then you got the sizes like the 5.5 in women's up to like a 9. I think that will kind of sit around. Mainly like the 5s, 6s, and 7s usually will tend to sit around there. So just keep that in mind. Be on top of it because it may fly. Personal rating, in my honest opinion, on this shoe, this one threw me off guard. Like I didn't know much about this until recently of this release. But in hand, on a 1 to 10, this is a solid 8. But it may be a shoe that I'm gonna pass on. But if I could get this down the road a little bit below retail, I forget me not, you know? I might have to forget me not, and I don't give a damn if it got a flower on it. I'll take that damn flower. I'm not gonna take the flower off. Now for y'all, if I wanna keep the damn flower on, I'll keep it on. All right? Fuck you mean? Let's get it. Next up, guys, we got what y'all are here for. I mean, those are pretty dope as well. But, woo! God damn, little mama. The Jordan 1 Reimagined UNC. Yeah, I call them UNCs, man. The UNCs, right? I've been called UNC lately, bro. On TikTok, I've been called Unk. Go follow me over on TonyD2Wild8. I've been getting called a Unk a lot lately when I did see the post about the agings of YNs and all the above, and technically I am still a big bruh. I'm not an Unk yet, okay? I'm a big bruh, okay? Not a YN, I'm a big bruh. Unk, give me a little bit more time. Give me a little bit more time. Bam! The Jordan 1 Reimagined UNC, set to release on May 10th for a retail price point of $180. So obviously we know all about the Jordan 1 UNC, classic colorway. One of the OG colorways, and the colorways that symbolizes Jordan's college run with the UNC Tar Heels. And what we have here is a reimagined version of that sneaker, and that reimagine is in line and playing along with the storyline of the Lost and Found. Right here we have the Lost and Found that was released back in 2022, which played into the storyline of how it was sold, like a lost pair of sneakers that was found at a sneaker boutique and was packaged together and, you know, was sold, given a receipt, had a receipt in there, I think for $85 and all that. Beautiful story, beautiful sneaker. This is kind of the same type of storyline. What is being pushed as is a lost and found, you know, or a sneaker that was boxed up and put somewhere in the attic and later on found. It's the same exact way, even here, as you can see with the box, which we'll get into a little bit. But with that said, we have the cracked leather throughout the whole entire piece of the shoe. All the whites in the shoe is of this cracked and vintage type of style leather featured on there. I personally think it's fire. This is my first pair of UNCs in general. I've seen UNCs before, but this part of UNC, this one in particular, seems very saturated if you ask me. It's very colorful, like it looks more brighter than the typical UNCs I've seen of the past. This reimagined though, I like a lot, and I can say it's probably gonna be one of the best right behind that one. I think the reimagined series has been dope. Some have been hit or miss. I think that the Lost and Founds probably still are the best in my opinion. The 3s are dope as well, don't get me wrong. 4s are dope as well, don't get me wrong, but these kind of stay very true to the original. The 3s do as well, the white cements, and these are in that same type of game as well. Craftsmanship on the shoe looks extraordinarily well. The cracked leather, of course, makes and plays into the part of it looking like a vintage sneaker. You also have that featured on the bottom that is very similar to how the Lost and Founds came, where it was that chalk-like old washed out outsole featured. It runs and plays all very well into the overall aesthetic of the sneaker. Now, the boxing, from what I didn't realize till later, is the box, as you can see, has the orange bottom with the black and red top. Now let me just check the inside. The paper is of that orange or that old brown paper. There is no receipt on this one, so they did not do the receipt on this one. And I'm making up in my head that, you know, this is more of a lost and found within your household rather than a lost and found within the boutique. Now the box though, if you notice, has a orange bottom with a black and red top, like the regular Nike top. The Lost and Founds box actually mimics this, but in reverse. You have a orange top with the black and red bottom. So if you take this top off and the top of the Lost and Found and swapped them, you'd have a orange Nike box like this, and then you have a regular Jordan 1 box that both look vintage. They kind of swap the boxes here on the color. Jordan 1 Retro High OG dark powder blue. So that is the colorway utilized on this sneaker. 2 sets of laces, as you can see. You have the UNC or the dark powder blue laces, and then you have, I didn't see the word sale in here, but this does look like a sale. We know that they love sales, so they probably went with sale on this particular color to give it the vintage overall look. And it is what it is when it comes to that. Just like the forget-me-nots with that UNC or that aluminum tint, this is the dark powder blue. Great time for spring and summer. I think these are gonna be extremely well respected fits. You can rock them throughout the whole entire spring and summer. I think this colorway is dope, and it's going to be a classic because it is a classic. And I've always wanted a pair of UNCs. It's been a very long time. I think the last time they released, man, let's just look it up. I typed in Jordan 1 UNC and then 20, and then the number that came after that was 2015. So that was the last time, was 2015 when these last released. So it's been 10 years. Finally, I'm in the game. Usually I'm the person that has the 10-year-old shoe and I got to get rid of it. This one I can bask in glory with the rest of us, you know, and grab these. Now, as far as the hype level goes when it comes to this shoe, this is going to be a very extremely hype shoe. It's going to sell out. It's going to perform well. It's going to be a shoe that's reselling. So it's gonna be a shoe that if you want, you need to be on top of the market ASAP Rocky and do not play along with it. And right now, currently, so I'm looking on GOAT right now and I see 343 on GOAT, but that's a price drop. Now on StockX, they don't even have a damn image up. So right now, my size on GOAT's going for 290. So basically $100 above retail. And it's sitting at that 290 all the way up to like a size 10.5. From 11 to 12, you're having about $343. So you're about $100 above retail right now, currently. That may drop a little bit, but I don't see it hitting retail at this point. This is gonna be a shoe that's gonna definitely sell out and gonna be something that you just wanna be on top of. Even if the shoe, they drop massive pairs, I think this is gonna be still a shoe that the demand is gonna be extremely high, so it's gonna be a shoe that's going to sell and perform extremely well, regardless of the fact. So keep that in mind if this is something that you want to be on top of your P's and Q's, because this won't be something that you can just play around with. For me, this is definitely a cop, definitely gonna cop, definitely gonna rock. This is going to the collection, and it's gonna be up here on the wall alongside with its friend, the Lost and Found 1. From a 1 to 10 though, this one, 8.5. I like it a lot. I don't have no issue with it. I do just feel like that the color is a little too damn saturated, especially for wanting to go for that Lost and Found look. They should have made the UNC this a little bit more faded. I just feel like it's extremely bright as hell. Like this will be an old looking shoe. Like fade that mug, bro. It does, but I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just being 100. But it's 8.5 going in close to 9. With that said, guys, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section as always. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. And let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.